And the last question today is from remarkable Lisa Ann LaRocque. Facts aren't final. And Lisa asks, hello, 20 in Victoria.
Yo.
Neville said, but if I refuse to allow the sun to descend upon my wrath, so that at the end of a day I never accept as final the facts of the day, no matter how factual they are, I never accept them, and revising it, I repeal the day and bring about corresponding changes in my outer world. I feel like I need to read it 4 times, but that's fine.
Yes.
So, in Remarkable, I posted a clip from a Doctor Who episode where the Doctor takes Vincent van Gogh to a Paris museum in the year 2010, whereupon he enters an entire room full of his art and enthusiastic admirers. An art critic is engaged in conversation as the Doctor asks him, where do you think Van Gogh ranks in the history of art? Vincent, in earshot, hears incredible praises for his talent, overwhelming him with emotion. 20, you seem to be quite moved by this video. Please share what's on your heart. Thank you, Lisa.
Welcome back. We just watched the Muybridge video as well. And so this clip, the Muybridge video, my daily life, I talk about a mission, more playtime and more playmates. That's the surface level of it all. What I'm a lot more public with now is I really want you to dance your dance. I want you to sing your song. Because I know what it's like not to. I also know what it is like to. And I oscillate back and forth with that every single day. I'm sharing more than I used to, but I can still hide. So, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, we had no sales. Wow. Right? And that happens once in a while. First of the month, end of the month, Christmas Day, all that bullshit. And there are ways that we can measure our success. In this culture, money is one of them. And I spend money on what I value. And I love when people value what we do. And I get that there's value to this work because it's based in love and because of what it reveals in people. And on any typical day, I can have the shitstorm of a thought, what's the fucking point? Because I'll toss something out and it's like radio, and then somebody will share the stupidest fucking thing someplace, and it'll get 400 fucking likes and 32 shares, and I'll get 4. And if I measure like that, I enter into hell.
That's your head.
That's my head. On the other hand, I got to tell y'all, I'll sit there and I can fall into a shitstorm. I can shower off. And as soon as I shower off, here's a post. Right? So I watched the Vincent video. I put a link to this on my timeline. Because Vincent didn't know. Muybridge didn't know. They died without knowing the greatness they were unleashing on the world. And this touches me because when I sell out, I will try to figure out what would people buy. In other words, I stopped buying the pearl. I'm 58 years old. I've done this more than once. And I'll admit it. There are people that will never admit, oh, I've bought the pearl. I've never sold it out. Yeah, right. Have a nice life. Right? if I'm tempted to sell the pearl, I'll start thinking in terms of bullshit. And then I'm straddled, I'm stuck, I suffer. On the other hand, if I'm willing to lose a client, if I'm willing to lose a following, Neville said this, I will preach it to an empty room. And I so get it, because I'm willing to do the same damn thing. When I see these guys died without realizing the greatness of what they unleashed in the world, wow. On the other hand, when I really get love is what we are, and that's what we're unleashing more and more of in Remarkable, in the live calls, in anything that I'm involved with. Because love, the silence, the stillness, think about it. Yeah, you fall in love, you can sit there and hold hands for hours, right? You get married about 20 years later, 10 years later, 5 years later, 7 years later. The average people, they got nothing to say to each other except argue and criticize. They leave behind something and they end up in the heads. And we do it to ourselves. And so when I see this video and I watch the Muybridge video and I just sit here and I pour my heart into something, whether it's a recording or a writing or a comment, and it's not work. It's just letting the love flow forth. And then one of y'all shares something or just puts up a comment about how a call, a one-on-one, a comment touched you, I win. I get the feedback that I so tremendously enjoy. Love will have me do what I do to the day I die. I hope I'm here for a while. I suspect that when I decide not to do this anymore, all right, if I decide not to do it anymore, I'll die. And that's fine, because there won't be any purpose in me being here. But I really get, there's something, here's the surface level. I'm going to go way surface. When you meet someone today, are you talk to a family member, can you ask them a genuine question? Can you give them a genuine compliment? And odds are, most of the people, most of the time, are just going to fluff it off. Oh, thank you. Anyway, let's talk about the weather. Fuck. But you still got them. If it's a genuine question, if it's a genuine compliment, and again, this is surface level, but it's so needed in this world. On a deeper level, any time you appreciate another being or their works, value is increased. What was the word I just used? Appreciation. Appreciation. It's if we have an investment, we want it to appreciate in value. If we have a wife, we want her to know she's appreciated. And this is something that we are awash in data in this world right now. As far as I'm concerned, the information age is dead. The information age is dead because of artificial intelligence, and I'm not against it, right? But I just noticed there is a deluge of information out there. And if information was the key, everyone here would be rich, everyone here would be super fit, everyone would have their special person and all that bullshit. On the other hand, it's not data that's important. It's not the facts. It's not the data that represents them. It's the dance of you. And Lisa, you share that video, and then I see that, and Sybil sends a comment, and I've just been sucker punched with love by both of you within minutes. And then I bump into something Lynn shared, and I just I fall apart because I'm designed to. And so are you all. And we try so much to maintain and force and repeat and persist. I'm going to do a crass commercial for Sunday's call. Problems are universal, and they persist. Desires are unique to you, and they come out of the blue. The persisting problems that everyone in the world has: money, relationships, health. Marketing school, that's what they tell you to market to, because it's true. That's the problems that everyone has. The possibility, the desire, I met her. Something happened. And now it's like I'm going to be with her. And here we are. I just don't want to move to Australia and marry her and see her in the evenings or the weekends, because we both go to jobs that we hate, blah, blah, blah. I had a desire that emerged, right? Her, here, and what we're doing here. This Garden of Eden, living in this little town of Eltham, the village of God, in the potter's house. Who can make this shit up? I possibly can't, but I can share the story. And what do I want? I want y'all to have your Van Gogh moments where you realize the value that you are able to bring to the world, and contrast that with what you settle for. Because I've settled a lot, and I still can. And on the other hand, some of y'all said, since, this year, a different human being arrived on Christmas Day, and he's been busting his way out of the egg, having a blast. And y'all that are sticking around and enjoying the ride and diving deeper, there we go. I want everyone to have what the doctor gave to Vincent. I swear to God. Because to live in a world where we settle for data instead of celebrating the dance of each other, I feel like I did when I was 7. And I would tell my mom, there's more to life than doing the dishes. She was obsessed about the dishes being done. That was just her way of escaping the crazy shit in her head. And it's like, Mom, they'll be done in an hour. They could be done later. Let's go outside and watch me ride my bicycle. Right? Let's just play with the dog. Now. I suspect that's it.
Yeah. Very cool.
All right, Savage.